This is the nerd survey. And I wrote my title card for cliche nerds because reading through these questions I thought it goes for many of the nerd cliches, you know, Star Wars and Star Trek and video games, and many of these just don't apply to me, but I still consider myself a nerd, so I felt I had to add that. That's where it starts. I have neither seen the original Star Wars nor Next Generation, so I can't have an opinion on that. I have seen the only Star Trek I have seen, and you're gonna kill me for that, but I have seen the 2009 movie, and I liked Pine as Captain Picard, but I guess that's not on this quiz, so I can't have an opinion there. Wizard. In high school I loved history and English. Right now I don't really have a favorite subject. It's all very similar. The one thing that I really enjoyed was last year we had a class on press law, and that is something that I maybe want to do in the future, so that was good. I think my Patronus would be an owl or a giraffe. An owl or a giraffe. That's, you know, two very similar animals, and I guess it's gonna be one of them. Jill. Because, you know, Jill, she's Batman. Just because I've actually seen it, Star Wars, neither. I haven't read any of the comics, and I mean I've seen the movies, but I couldn't tell you if I like Marvel or DC better. I'm gonna say Ihapa, which is a German comic book publisher, and they have two of my very favorite comic series, which is Asterix and Lucky Luke. I go to the gym. Does that count as sports related? I go to the gym and I walk a lot. As a kid I wanted to be a princess, but since you can't go to school for that, and I don't want to risk hanging around for Prince Harry to marry me, I decided to go to law school, and that's something I enjoy very much, so I'm gonna be a lawyer and I'm gonna be happy, I hope. I don't play video games that much. It's gonna be Sims, that's the one I've played for hours and hours. To pick a favorite would be really unfair. Lately I've been reading a lot of Neil Gaiman, so I've been enjoying that very much. I don't want to pick a favorite. Mumford & Sons. I obsess about things in a really jump up and down, screaming, fangirlish way, and I'm not ashamed of it in the least. That's the way I am, and it's mostly movies and TV shows and stuff like that, because if I like something, I like it a lot and I get into it very much, and I'm not gonna apologize for it. That's it. I guess it's the Lord of the Rings extended version DVDs. Neither? You know, I was gonna go for supercalifragilisticexpialidocious because, you know, according to the song, it's the biggest word you'll ever know, but it isn't. Because I am German, and in Germany we have this neat little thing that we just put together nouns and add and add and add and add to form new words. So I could say, I wrote something down, I don't remember it. I could say Schifffahrtsgesellschaftsvorsitzenden, Versammlungsraumtürschild, Schraubenziehergriff, which would be the handle of the screwdriver that attaches the sign to the door in which the translation, I should have written down a translation, in which the CEOs for a shipping company meet. And that is one word. Nobody would use words like that. It's usually 2 or 3 noun words that are used at the maximum, but we can do it, and we are sort of proud of it, I guess. I've seen this a few times over the internet, and we are pretty proud of this fact that we can do that with a language. Actually, coming to the point where I would call myself a nerd was a pretty big accomplishment for myself, I guess. I didn't think about it a lot or find a niche for me to fit into this whole social label thing until really I found Nerdfighteria and realized, hey guys, I am a nerd, and what a big one. So here I am. It's not someone that I would want to be on their field, but I love Neil deGrasse Tyson. I love how he has this really huge passion for what he does and how he talks about things and how he can bring his passion to other people and talk with them about stars. And even though he demoted Pluto, I'm gonna forgive him for that because I love Pluto. But he's awesome and I love him. Everyone I read about or saw in a movie. That depends on the person. There are jokes that I love. My brother's a joke, I guess. But there were also in high school some jokes that I really hated, and it's too general to have an opinion on, I guess. No opinion? I don't do pickup lines. We all said that, didn't we? I don't do pickup lines. Oh, I have a shirt from a math contest that I wasn't in school. We didn't win, but we did pretty well, and we got a couple of days off school, so it was worth it. Yes, I can pick up crafts very easily. I can learn them very fast. I've realized that recently. I didn't know that before. It's just, if you show me something, some like knitting or crocheting, or I just taught myself to do origami stars. It's useless because what to do with it, you know, except knitting a lot of scarves and socks and stuff, but I can do that. Yes. Well, at least I try to. If it's a book that I'm really interested in, if it's just a movie that I'm seeing, you know, to have something to do, then I won't go out and read the book first because it's not worth the time or the effort or the money. But if it's something that I'm really interested in, I'm gonna try and read the book first. Teleportation would be really great, you know, as in going to see people that live far away, but I have read a few things about the science of actual teleportation so far, and it scares me because it requires the thing that is being transported being disassembled into their own molecular pieces, and I don't want that to happen because, you know, what if you miss a piece and I don't know, I don't have a nose or something. The thing that I could think of that would be the most useful in my everyday life would be photographic memory. So I could remember my textbook stuff for my exams and just, you know, leaf through them in my mind and write things down as I go. That would be really helpful. So this was my nerd survey, and I'm gonna see Amy tomorrow. Do you have a random is a hard word to say.